Welcome back, Love Tribe. It's Tracie with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. Just keep in mind, if you're cross watching, that Spirit knows who you are and it might play out in your own energy instead of spying on theirs. Okay, so guys, we're in Mercury retrograde. Yesterday, I did almost an hour's worth of videos and it had no sound. So today we're saying a little prayer, calling in all the angels and guides, galactic family, ancestors, anybody that works with us on a spiritual level to guide us, to please clear the way. I like to call in Ganesha because Ganesha is an obstacle remover, right? And so we're going to keep our fingers crossed that this one works. I'm running behind now on getting these zodiacs out. So the only announcements I have to make is we're using my new space. My middle child has been staying with me, and I moved into my bedroom so that he could have the TV out front and I don't have to tell him to be quiet all the time. So the only real announcements I have are, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tracie. A lot of people call me TR. That's my nickname. And I am a twin flame ascension coach and a psychic medium healer. Since I had my awakening, quite a few of my gifts have come online that weren't online before I was a medium. And that was about I was a one-trick pony. But now I channel direct messages. And so today, I just want to welcome you if you're new. And if you're not new, thank you for returning. If you are new and you like the channel, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, get the algorithms on board, and maybe we can help more people, especially if you resonate with being on an ascension or awakening, spiritual awakening, or a twin flame journey. But these readings are not specific to twin flames. This is a zodiac reading for love and romance. For those of you that have been here a while, you know how much I appreciate and love you. You're my love tribe, my soul tribe. So if you would like to check out Patreon, for $4.44 a month, you will get extended videos of each of these 12 zodiacs. I do 12 free over here on YouTube. They're shorter. And then I go deep, really deep, usually at least like half hour to an hour deep over on Patreon. And so if this reading is resonating with you and you feel that you need further guidance, you can get that over on Patreon. If you resonate with being a twin flame, or if you would like to learn how to read tarot, and possibly I've been throwing around the idea of teaching numerology and like crystal use. Also, I'm a Reiki master, so if I can figure out how to do it in long distance, I'll be teaching that over there too. So if you join Patreon at the top 2 levels, you have access to the workshops as well. All right. Anything else I need to talk? Oh, and if you become a Patreon, you're automatically entered in the bi-monthly drawing for a free reading, and possibly goodies, gifts. I was doing goodies and gifts until I realized that the kind of goodies and gifts I was giving away were heavy and became very, very expensive to ship overseas. So I'm going through a reflection period for this month to figure out what I want to do with that. So this month we're giving away a 45-minute to an hour pre-recorded reading as a gratitude gift for anybody that books a reading or donates a deck of cards or monetarily, helps my channel and my mission in any way. So our bi-monthly drawing will be November 1st, and we will be giving away a 45-minute to 1 hour reading. If you'd like to be entered into that, you can book your own private reading. Everything you need is down in the description box below. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time now. We're going to get right into your reading. So I'm going to turn you. I'm going to bring you down. Now, I know the lighting because we're using natural lighting here. You're not going to be able to see these cards, so I'm going to hold them up to the camera so that you can see them, okay? I tried using my phone camera and a stand to put it over top of it, and there was still so much glare that you couldn't see the cards. So this might be a temporary setup. Of course, when winter comes, we don't have to fight the sun so much, and I can maybe use a lamp, one of the circle lights. All right, if you hear me sipping on my coffee, it's because it's bright and early here on Saturday morning. And I'm a bit froggy. I always am every morning. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, calling in all of my spirit team and guides, and galactic family, ancestors, angels, all who work with me on the higher levels. And I'm calling in all of the viewers, spirit family as well, to help for guidance today in love and romance, relationship, and healing. Anything that comes up that, needs to be addressed, I will address it. But I'm focusing my attention on relationships. If you're completely single, keep in mind that right now is a time that we are all learning to have a better relationship with self. That's the first union, is learning to love ourselves again after so many decades of being taught that everybody else matters more than we do. So I don't preach selfishness. I preach self-lovingness. Because you cannot attract love if you are not first in love with self. All right, let's look at your oracle cards for the month. Oh, look at that. It is going to be the new moon in Libra, and we have a new romantic cycle begins. That's really awesome, guys. So we'll take a look at the energy of all the cards first, and then I'll read the energy that I feel from them. So we have flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. So in order to flourish, you're going to have to, I'm hearing there's some clearing that needs to be done around this relationship or around your own relationship with yourself. So, shed more light on any unclear areas. How do we do that, you might ask? Well, you ask. You ask your spirit guides and your angels. You ask Source to show you the truth. My mantra for 3 years now on this awakening journey has been, show me the truth no matter what the cost. And sometimes the cost is that you have to face some really deep stuff that you didn't realize was there. Or maybe you knew it was there and you just didn't want to face it, right? But this card, Flourish, is saying that there's something new that's wanting to come in to this relationship or this time in your life. But in order to experience and flourish from it, there's something that needs to be cleared out or brought to light. Okay, maybe a conversation. Next, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, this is curious with the card, a new romantic cycle begins. So for some of you, there might be somebody you're already in connection with, and you and that person might separate and then come back together and, better, more balanced. There might be a separation necessary to bring these things to light, to clear things out, to have a conversation, and thereby creating space for a new beginning with you. Or, honestly, sometimes we leave one situation in order to manifest something better. So we'll take a look at what the tarot says. Next, we have different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. I really am feeling an energy here of a clearing, This is out, could be out with the old and with the new. Chaos and conflict. Yeah, where you're at right now just does not seem, and it's a number 33, which is, in my opinion, a very powerful manifestation card. It's threes are all about advancement and expansion. And the Trinity, right? Mother, Father, God, or I mean, Mother, Father, Child, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Mother, Maiden, Crone, all of the Trinity types, right? And it's a master number. So if you notice in this card, this zebra has painted itself to look like a giraffe. And whenever we are not authentic about who we are, it's either a way for us to hide away from something that we're ashamed of or that we don't like about ourselves, or people pleasing, just trying to please everybody, so we want to fit in. We want to, instead of having other people meet us where we're at, we change so that we can be accepted. And I believe that, it says you and this person don't share the same vision, and time apart from your partner's on the horizon. We have the fairy tells you to learn from your experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. I really do feel here for some of you that this is kind of a breakup that you've either already experienced or are soon to experience. But it feels like a clearing. Like perhaps you were trying to be someone you're not, or they were, and there just I'm feeling communication, like perhaps there's a real difficulty here in one or two of you expressing how they feel. And somebody was definitely wearing a mask. So with the new romantic cycle begins, we'll toss a card on that before we go over to the extended. So your affirmation is leap. It can be scary, dear one, to allow yourself to embark upon change. The depths of the unknown can seem so treacherous when we stare into them, safely perched in the clouds of our own comfort zones. Alas, the irony of finding little to no peace, little to no real growth in these misleading, comfortable realms. See, somebody was pretending to be something they weren't. So take the leap, make the change. You are guided beyond measure. You are supported without question. But my darling, there is a catch. You must be the first to go. You must jump first and allow the universe to catch you on your way. So I do see change here. I see changes in the wind. I have a fly in my bedroom, guys. I've been trying to catch it and release it for, a week now. I don't like killing animals, but this one has an affinity to our readings. Keeps climbing across my camera and landing on my cards. Might be significance for somebody. Maybe this person that you're with has been annoying, or a pest in your current situation. This is going to be different for everybody, but I do feel a stepping back. I feel like you're either exiting somebody's life, they're exiting your life, or you're just taking a break. Maybe it'll come in better in the future, right? With this new romantic cycle begins. Maybe you've been separated. Maybe you've been trying to heal yourself or your person, the situation. Sorry, I got the window open so you can hear the trains going by. So we're going to get some clarity on this. Spirit, can you tell me what is happening in the month of October for my Sagittarians? Yeah. So some of you are moving in, or So the Six of Swords is moving away. It's moving from, you know, rough times, rough waters, tough turbulence into something much better. But it looks like what you're moving away from was a comfort zone, possibly a marriage or a committed relationship or something that's been a little long term. This could be family for some of you. Place it in your life the way it fits best, right? I do know that family can sometimes find uncommon ground where they, over maybe politics or religion or current events. But it does look like in October, you or your person is going to be moving away from this committed environment. This is something that's been established, something that's been around for a while. You might even be married and getting a divorce. They might be married, getting a divorce. This could be, somebody that you've got children with. This could be a family member that you've been having trouble with. Although we do have romantic, so it's probably for most of you more of a romantic connection than family, but it's certainly, spirit can hijack romantic readings and bring in other messages. So, if romance doesn't fit, then it could be family for you. But there does seem to be a deconstruction or a separation happening around a stable, foundational, long-term relationship. All right, tell me more for Sagittarius in the month of October, please. More for Sagittarius in the month of October. What do they need to know? Yeah. So we've got the Five of Cups. This situation left a void. Every time I use this deck and I see this girl sitting here, here's this, hole, and she keeps tipping all of her cups. She keeps pouring love, more and more love into this abyss, and it just never seems to satiate. So whether it's her own satiation, her own heart that she's trying to fill a void within herself, or if she's been in a situation, and it doesn't have to be a she, I'm reading energies is all. But this person doesn't feel filled, or the person that you're with is like a never-ending abyss. Like you keep giving them all your love, right? And I do want to tell you in the beginning of this reading, before I even turned the camera on, as I was sitting in your energy, I kept hearing, and I think it's the Beatles, or at least one of the Beatles that recorded it, but it's all you need is love. Do, 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 do. All you need is love, is love. Love is all you need. And certainly it can flip either way. It could be either person, but I feel like it's you, my viewer. I feel like all you need is love. And for whatever reason, you've been pouring all of your emotions into somebody that just isn't pouring back. It's like, I don't know if they had a childhood wound that left them feeling abandoned or lost, but it's like you really tried to fill this person's emptiness or your own, and it's never ending. I'm just hearing the never ending pour. You just keep giving and giving and giving, and nothing seems to fill this hole. And there's an entire lake behind her. No, I guess it's not. There's a path. So this has been a while. This has been a journey. This isn't somebody you just met that you're breaking up with. If you're breaking up or thinking about breaking up, this is something very long in its making. And for some of you, this could even be your shadow, right? Maybe in your childhood, There could have been divorce or separation or abandonment, and that left you feeling like you weren't loved or like you weren't needed or necessary or cared for. And so in your relationships, you tend to possibly align yourself with people that reflect back to you that wound, right? You're in a vibrational alignment with people that don't give back because you never healed. And this is only for some of you. Take it if it resonates. Could be shadow work. It could be something that has been in your life for a very long time from your childhood around divorce or separation or abandonment or infidelity, somebody leaving. Could be a parent that died young while you were young, right? For those of you that doesn't resonate, this looks to me like you're leaving a situation that doesn't fulfill you, doesn't bring you the love, because all you need is love, and I don't think where you're at is giving you that. Tell me more about this situation for October. So we've got the King of Wands. That could be an energy card. It is an archetype card. It's one of the court cards. So it could be literal. It could be maybe your person is a Leo. Well, this could be your energy too, right? Because we're looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we're doing Sagittarius reading. So this could be you showing up in your own reading, taking control of your life, finding the courage and the fire to finally make change, right? If this isn't you, it could be your person, who could also be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We got heavy Leo energy. Let's just find out. Clarify this King of Wands, please. What is this King of Wands? Oh, now we got the Queen of Pentacles. Clarify, please. Clarify. Clarify these court cards, please. What is the message for the court cards, please? What is the message? Wow, we got 3. All right, so this is you bossing up is what it looks like. Can I get one more just to cinch the deal here? Yeah, okay. All right. I get it. So here's the message. I think both court cards are you. I think it's your energy. I think you stayed longer than you wanted to, is what I think. I think that you are now taking control of your own life. You are stepping into authoritative position. You probably determined this is never going to change. I'm going to have to be the one to change it. I'm going to have to be the change I want to see. I do see that, you want to be secure. You want to be grounded. You want stability. This is just a very grounded card. And the Queen of Pentacles, she doesn't really need the King of Pentacles, but they're perfect counterparts. He's got the Midas touch, and she takes what is created and multiplies it. So together, they're quite the force to be reckoned with. And I feel like that's kind of what you want in your life, is you want somebody that's going to match you in vibration, somebody that's going to build with you, somebody that's going to ground things and make things stable and secure. And so there's this Fool card. This is taking that leap, right? We talked about the leap. I'm going to read it again. It can be scary, dear one, to allow yourself to embark upon change. The depths of the unknown can seem so treacherous when we stare into them. safely perched in the clouds of our comfort zones. Alas, the irony of finding little to no real peace, little to no real growth in these misleading, comfortable realms. So take that leap, make that change. You are guided beyond measure. You are supported without question. But my darling, there's a catch. You must be the first to go. You must jump first and allow the universe to catch you. This is that leap of faith. And I do believe for some of you, and if this doesn't resonate, please check your sun, moon, or I'm sorry, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs, because this seems pretty specific. And when I get a real specific reading like this, it's because somebody desperately needs to hear it. So if this is not your story, then I'm sure Spirit will give you your story either by cross-watching your person or checking out your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs, because this is very specific. This seems like a leaving, a separation, whether it's permanent or just to get right within yourself. So this is taking a leap of faith towards something new. This is wanting stability in your life. This is knowing that you are the only person that can create it. Next, we have the Hanged Man. So there was a realization that you were discontent. Four of Cups. You just weren't happy where you were at. This is no thank you. This is I'm bored. I'm not happy. There's got to be more out there somewhere. And then next to that, we have the Eight of Cups. This is walking away. This is finally coming to the conclusion that, this is not what you want anymore. And so there's a leaving here that's happening. And for some of you, it could be your person. If you're dealing with a fire sign or somebody who has is the archetype of a very authoritative person, this could be them leaving. But it doesn't feel that way. I have to tell you what I feel. I feel like it's you. You spent a lot of time and effort trying to make this relationship work, and it just didn't. And so you're now creating your own stability, your own security, your own money, possibly. This is autonomy. And because of an awareness, a new vision, a new awareness, looking at things from a new perspective, knowing that this was not fulfilling you in any way any longer. And the Eight of Cups comes before the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. And I feel like what's going on here is, your wishes never came true. I think you did an awful lot to help their wishes come true, but they didn't give back, because all you need is love, right? Not money, not fame, not prestige. You need love. And I don't feel like this person was giving you the love that you needed. And so now you're off walking toward a brand new life, a brand new beginning, in search of your wish fulfillment, your Ninth Cup. And so we go from an 8 to a 9. Now we're at the Hermit. So the Hermit tells me that, you didn't do this frivolously. This comes after a long time of self-reflection, right? You stayed around for a lot longer than you probably should have. But with the Hermit, you are divinely guided. And in this card, it says you are guided beyond measure and supported without question, right? The Hermit goes to the mountain to talk to God about a devil. So whatever your devils are in your life, you faced them, you looked at them, you communed with them, you sat with them, and you came to a new perspective, a new way of seeing things. And I do believe you're walking away. The bottom of the deck, well, you may be running quickly. So on the bottom of the deck is the Chariot with the King of Swords, and there's the Queen of Swords too. So this is not something that you did in a pity moment. This is something well thought out, right? I'm taking authority and moving to find something better, right? Queen of Swords is somebody who sets very healthy boundaries. And again, I'm hearing, all you need is love, is love. Love is all you need. Now with the Two of Pentacles here and the King of Pentacles hiding behind it, you showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, that tells me, a whole different story. There could be a third party here. I'm not saying there is, but there's a balancing. There's a juggling. There's, having more than one option. So maybe a new romantic cycle begins because, you found somebody who is like you, somebody who is a better match to you, perhaps, right? With the High Priestess in there, that's knowing, if you haven't met them, that's knowing that they exist. And you're using your logic. You're taking your emotions back. You're taking your emotions out of this choice and decision, because it would be too hard for you if you allowed your feelings to rule the decision. So you're using your logical mind. Now, if this is somebody that, if you already have a new romantic person and you're leaving a situation behind in order to be with them, then it's very divinely guided. I mean, you got the Queen of Cups here. I thought that was the High Priestess, but it's the Queen of Cups. It's like, I know that I have options. So take it as it resonates. Some of you might already have somebody else waiting in the wings, and others of you, you just have an inner knowing that somebody better is out there that's going to match you. They're going to be your vibrational match, somebody that has the same wants and desires and needs and love. All right, so I see a pattern. Like I said, it's very specific. So if it's not your story, please feel free to check out your other signs, your other placements. So what is your advice for the month of October? What is the highest and best advice for my Sagittarius subscribers? And guys, there's a trick to tarot readings online. I know a lot of people don't believe this when they hear it, because they think you're just trying to get subscribers. But the truth is that I'm tapped into the energy of those that I read for. And so if you're just dipping in and dipping out, and you feel like, this is my message, you might want to subscribe so that future messages are including you in the collective energies, right? Your story is included in the collective energy. All right, what is the highest and best advice? Page of Pentacles. Highest and best advice for Sagittarius in the month of October in love and romance. There's that Queen of Cups. Highest and best advice for Sagittarius in the month of October. Don't forget, we're going to do an extended version of this. Okay, I would like to clarify the Nine of Wands. Please clarify. There you go. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. See, this is all about... So we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Swords. I'm going to hold them up so you can see the visuals. There's that Ace of Swords, Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So this is a new journey that you're embarking on. This is like you're taking the seed So this is something you've been wanting, daydreaming. You want commitment. You want stability, security. You want financial safety, right? You're taking that seed and using your intuition to guide you. And so sometimes the Nine of Wands is somebody who's very guarded, who has healthy boundaries, you know. I don't know why, but in this deck, it looks to me like her boundaries are kind of compromised. She doesn't really have healthy boundaries. You could be very empathic with that Queen of Cups energy. You could be somebody that tries to heal other people, that wants to make their life better. So you put up these boundaries, but you know, they're not very tall and they're not very sturdy. And I have a feeling that people have a way of just crossing your boundaries and leaving you to just stare in dumbfoundedness that, you know, they had the audacity, but yet you weren't real strong in your convictions, okay? What I'm getting off of that Nine of Wands, because I clarified it with the Ace of Swords, this is an inner knowing. This is kind of a triumphant move for you. This is, you know, you might not be able to erect really strong boundaries, but I think that this has been a journey for you, and even these small boundaries are a victory for you. Maybe you didn't have any boundaries, right? You just kind of were the nurturer, somebody that wanted to heal other people and gave them more than they deserved with that Five of Cups. And so you've had a realization on this journey. You've been ascending. You've been learning things. You know, Spirit's been talking to you. And so on this path, you are finally learning to establish some kind of boundaries, which is allowing you to plant the seeds that you need to plant for the future, which then we get the Ten of Cups. And then we got the King of Cups. So that's 3 times now that you have shown me in this reading, your higher self has shown me that you're loving, you're compassionate, you're stable, you're secure, you're fiery. You have so much within you, and whoever you chose to be your mate just was not meeting you where you were at all. And so your higher self is showing me that your biggest desire at this time in your life is to find somebody who is your divine counterpart, somebody that matches and equals your energy. And your highest and best outcome is happiness, right? 10 of Pentacles is nice. It's nice to get in a committed relationship where somebody, you know, shows up from work every day and, you know, you build and establish a family or a home or some kind of a life together. But if it was devoid of happiness, you know, then this was the reason, the catalyst for this leaving, is what I think. So I did promise you, before I go over to the extended, I wanted to clarify this. A new romantic cycle begins. Because for some of you, this could be a separation, because we do have separation. Time apart from your partner is necessary because you're on different pages. There's chaos and conflict. But for some of you, you know, you could return to your person once there's an established boundary, because I do see you need to establish boundaries. You kind of realize that now, especially if you want things to grow and prosper and give fulfillment in your life. So what is the new romantic cycle begins? Can you clarify that card? Is this somebody totally new, or is this the same person? What is a new romantic cycle? All right, so, okay. Wow. Again, the King of Swords. So if your current person is an air sign or somebody who is more business than feeling, maybe they just don't use their heart chakra. The King of Swords is my way or the highways. Somebody that's very authoritative, strong, logical. He doesn't really let his emotions rule his decision making. And so clarifying the new romantic cycle begins. We have the Seven of Swords. Now, I know when I first started reading tarot, I always thought the Seven of Swords was like this really bad person. This person that lies and cheats and steals and sneaks around and just really creates a lot of chaos, right? The thief in the night. But sometimes I get the energy of strategy, being strategic. Yes, being sneaky. Yes, being a little bit sly and strategic, but not necessarily deceptive. And the reason why is it came out with this emperor, and this emperor's got a chess piece in his hand. And he is contemplating his next move. And the emperor is somebody who has to make the highest and best choice. In order to be the emperor, he has to embody all of the kings. And an emperor is a leader, right? So on the bottom of the deck, I got this Five of Pentacles with the Temperance card, with the Nine of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Lovers. High Priestess, King of Swords. We come back to that King of Swords again. I just think for some of you, what's happening here is abandonment. This person, this emperor, that could be you. That could be your energy, because you are showing up here as the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. That could be you. That could you be being strategic, sneaking out. Maybe you're divorcing and you haven't had the confrontational conversation yet. But I do see somebody here, Five of Pentacles is abandonment. It's feeling like you're left out in the cold. Again, feeling unloved, feeling unworthy, most of all. And the Nine of Pentacles, she knows her value. She is the pre-Empress card. She is, I can do it without her, in spite of anybody else. That is Emperor and Empress energy. It does bring balance. It's, balancing your inner feminine and masculine. We've got the Wheel of Fortune with the Lovers, the High Priestess, the King of Swords. So this is going to be different for each of you. But what I feel is going on here is this new romantic cycle begins. You could be walking away from one person because you've met somebody new, somebody that was destined, somebody. But in order to do that, you really had to free yourself, right? To find your independence. That's when the Lovers comes in. It's like you're divinely guided. And then you get to this King of Swords with the World and a Knight of Cups. And it just feels to me like most of you are experiencing a breakup, and some of you have somebody else already waiting in the wings. But it feels like with the Emperor that this was the best choice. It was the best choice that you had to make. The Emperor doesn't always make choices that are easy. Sometimes they hurt people. Sometimes they have to, punish people, which is no fun. But when you're an emperor and you're in charge of your own kingdom, you have to take the whole kingdom into consideration. You can't allow your emotions or feelings about one person destroy all the other people. And there could be children involved here. There could be family involved. And so I kind of feel like what's happening is you might be exiting this relationship on the sly, possibly going toward a new person, whether you know it or not. It could be somebody you already know and you're leaving one for another, or it could just be the divine call where spirit is saying, being in this situation is not helping or nurturing anybody. There's a lack of love here. And I was channeling that song long before I started your reading. So take it as it resonates, but I do see a separation, whether it's permanent or not. Some of you it won't be. It'll be you returning to your person because we needed to find alignment with Temperance and the Two of Pentacles. It says you and this person don't share the same vision. You're not on the same page. But for more of you, pardon me. And I do believe throat chakra is an issue for you because I was suffering for a while there with my throat chakra and going through a throat chakra upgrade. And lately my voice has come back pretty good. And just all of a sudden, I'm really getting that feeling like I can't clear my throat. I can't get my words out. The person you're with might be one of these authoritative people that don't allow you to think for yourself or speak for yourself or speak your truth, right? And so, like I said, for some of you, this is just a temporary breakup so that you can kind of get this person to realize, what they need to do. You're learning boundaries. They're not very strong yet. I do believe that on this journey with the Queen of Swords, you'll learn healthier boundaries. Whether it's returning to this person or manifesting someone new. I do see you manifesting somebody who is your divine counterpart. I mean, we had Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, right? So that's your higher self telling me that you're not settling anymore for anything less than somebody that is a really, really energetically close match. Somebody who is smart, financially secure, and emotionally open, right? That's what your higher self was showing me with those three couples, is you want somebody who is emotionally in the same place as you, financially in the same place as you, and logically in the same place as you. So a new romantic cycle is on the horizon. And you know it. It's like you feel it with that high priestess. You can feel a better choice in love, right? But first, I really do think that you could be divorcing or separating or leaving or becoming single, which is going to be the catalyst for that wheel to turn and for you to close out a cycle and meet a match, right? There's the first date. For those of you who haven't met them yet. And for those who have, then, it could be a King of Swords. Just saying, don't take it if it doesn't fit. So I'm going to take this over now to the extended reading. Your highest and best advice is for you to trust your intuition, to have healthy boundaries, to take what you've learned and plant a new seed that will flourish and grow in time, because Seven of Pentacles is a timing card. And I see you holding the pentacle and the Queen of Pentacles. I see you holding it as the Page of Pentacles. And then I see you planting it and nurturing it and growing it for in the future. So October is going to be possibly a very tough month for you, but it is for your highest and best. And Spirit says to take the leap of faith. Trust what you've learned in this Hermit energy. Trust what you've learned with the Ace of Swords. Trust that and with the Hanged Man, they're saying, the time is now. Hanged Man to the Four of Cups to the Eight of Cups. There's a leaving that needs to happen here. And, you will know with that High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, Temperance. I mean, this is beautiful energy. You will know when it is time to return, if it's ever time to return, or you will know and recognize instantly your true love with the Lovers card. So try to have faith and know that the chaos and conflict is for a reason. It was there to disrupt a pattern that you had fallen into. And know that Spirit is literally guiding you on your new journey and asking you to take that leap of faith and to trust with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, trust, and the Hermit and the Hangman. I mean, you're so divinely guided. You kind of know exactly what you need to do. Okay, so I love you guys. I'm going to take this over to the extended, and I will catch you on the next upload. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you're new and this resonated. If you'd like to join me over in the extended, it's only $4.44. It's building foundations. Fours are all about stability and foundation. And so go on down to that link below. Also, I have a second channel if you're interested where I do mediumship, a lot of mediumship, pick-up piles on Ascension. I like to read poetry, whatever I feel like sharing over there. So if you're interested, that's also linked in the description box. And until my next upload, namaste, and I love you.